Most people I know think that I'm crazy. And I know at times I act a little hasty. But if that's my way, and you should know it, in every way, help me to show it. Ooh. Most of my life, I lived an illusion. Material gain has caused me confusion. Slowly in time, I learned that my place is they're all that I need, the glory that God is. Ooh, yeah. And that's why most people I know think that I'm crazy. I act a little hazy. If that's my way, no way. I want you to show it. Hello, hi, see it. Apparently, I'm an excellent flag waver. Whee! All right. On YouTube as well. Oh, good. Want to play some good song today. Hi everyone. Oh, please jump on. Thank you for joining. I'm just playing some songs. Hope everyone is well. I'm live on YouTube, our YouTube channel. All right, I might play some music after my video. So hello, someone there's joined me as well. Welcome. Sorry, I had to charge my phone. Thank you so much for jumping on. Hope everyone's well. It's coming to Christmas time. Can't believe it. This year's gone so quick. And I hope everyone's well and safe and your loved ones. Everyone's doing well. So I thought I'd jump on today because whoa! Everything broke. Man down. Man down. Sorry. I probably made everyone feel a bit seasick there. Okay. That's better. So I thought I'd jump on today. Hello. I'm also live on our YouTube channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. So jump on Ungex. You can type Ungex into YouTube. You'll find some great content and videos all about us, what we do, and most importantly, all about Demodex mites. Please excuse, I should hang my little flag there. My door. So I just thought I'd jump on today because it's going to be one of my last videos. I might do one more just over Christmas, but this is probably my last one. But it could be my last one because my tech's not going very well. There we go. Oh God, bear with me. It's a bit of a funny setup here. Trying the best that I can to make it work. Bear with me, guys. All right, I might just lose something here. It's Friday here. Get tell? I can. Okay. Better. All right. So my name's Emma Jones. I'm a Demodex care consultant at Ungex. I've been with the company since the world changed as we know it. So my primary role is a care consultant, Demodex care consultant, and sales representative for the company Ungex. So if you haven't seen my videos before, I will go over today what Demodex mites are, all about them. If you haven't checked out our website, please go on ungex.com. There's everything that you want to know about Demodex mites on there as well. We've got a lot of information across our website, including blogs. We're also on Instagram and Clubhouse. If you haven't joined Clubhouse, it's a great platform. Our founding and managing director runs 2 rooms a week, and he's excellent on there, spreading the awareness about these type of mites. So, Demodex mites, what can I say about them? They're absolutely horrible, just like my phone is being at the moment. Thanks to that one man who's sitting there watching my silliness. So Demodex mites, they are a microscopic parasite. So the crazy thing about these type of mites is that we actually all do have them. So we all do have a Demodex mite living in our skin and our hair follicles. So when there's like 1 or 2 of them, because they are microscopic, they really don't cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. But unfortunately, when there's more of them in a highly populated density area on the skin, that's when they can cause a lot of ongoing skin issues. So if you've had any ongoing problems, skin issues such as rosacea. Oh, this is the best video of my life. Oh, God. There's a reason why it's probably my last video. Oh, dear. Okay. So if you've had any ongoing skin issues such as rosacea, acne, blepharitis, you have hair loss, you have dandruff, and especially if you're feeling any itching on the skin or movement on the skin, that is a high indication that these mites might be playing a very real pivotal role in these ongoing skin issues. So a way to find out, I know everyone out there is, when it comes to having mites on the skin, I talk to so many people a day, is that I feel like people that do have mites, you're very intuitive, and just because you can't see something physically, but you're feeling it, doesn't mean it's not real. So, we'd like to help spread that awareness that these mites can cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. So another way to find out is obviously getting a microscopic test done. And look, we do them at our headquarters. We're based in Melbourne, Australia, but I know it's hard for a lot of people to come to Melbourne, or if you live in Melbourne as well. So we've opened up another mite testing site. We've got a couple now and some chemists around Melbourne, but I know especially for overseas, it's really hard to get the correct treatment because it's not readily available to a lot of people. So microscopic test is definitely one way to find out that there is potentially those mites there. And from the microscopic tests, sometimes what we see under the microscope as well could be dead skin, dead bodies of the mites, and any indication that they are there and present. Another way to find out is doing our quiz online. So it's our Demodex mites quiz. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. It's really quick, and we ask you a questionnaire of some really important things that can also factor in to having higher populations of these mites. So unfortunately, what we find, a lot of people that do have higher populations, higher numbers of these mites, they unfortunately have a compromised immune system or really sensitive skin. there's a lot of factors that can go into, why do you have this higher population of mites? And it's not an easy question to answer. The environment is a very big factor as well, because these mites are contagious. So they do transfer through skin to skin contact. So they move through the oils in our skin, and they can live off the body for up to 52 hours, which is crazy in itself. So in that time period, they can move off your body, onto your couch, onto your pillowcase, and then go back on you. So unfortunately, when it comes to these type of mites, there's this horrible, I guess, cyclical factor of them that, a lot of people don't realize, that mites could be that very underlying issue to a lot of these ongoing skin issues. And the reason they become ongoing as well is because these type of mites primarily feed off our sebum. So all our oil, that sebum is our oil. It helps our hair to grow. It helps our skin to grow. That's their main source of food. So that's all their delicious feast. So what happens is, these type of mites, they come up to the surface of the skin at night because they live deep under the hair follicle. And so nighttime is when they are the most active. So if you've got a lot of itching going on, especially at nighttime, that's another very strong indication that they are present. So when they come to reach the surface of the skin, that's when they mate and breed and feed as well. So after they do all that nasty business, they then lay eggs deep back under the hair follicles. So a lot of the time, people don't realize is that they've got populations coming to the surface of the skin. But not only that, not one or two, but just like 1,000 and something, because they're super, super tiny. But also at the same time, you've got the eggs under the skin that haven't even hatched yet. So that's another reason, an indication that a lot of people find that there's sort of roller coaster cycles. 1 minute they'll have heaps of sensations, acne, inflammation of the skin, and then it sort of can dissipate for a little while, and then it comes back. So that's very indicative of these life cycles of these mites. And look, I know it's really hard to a lot of people out there. I guess that's why I played. Most people I know think that I'm crazy, because unfortunately, when you try and go get treatment from dermatologists and skin specialists, you go in searching for answers and a diagnosis, and saying, look, I feel like I have something on my skin. And honestly, I can say this, I'm a very truthful person, but when it comes to help treating mites, I honestly think specialists, they hear a lot of people suffering with mites, or as soon as they hear mites, they're just completely dismissive of it. It's like, oh yeah, mites, that's no big deal. Or, oh yeah, it's probably all in your head. Here's an antipsychotic. See you later. So it's very disheartening going, paying big money to see these specialists, when really 99% of the time, everyone I speak to gets prescribed topical ointments, antibiotics, mostly topical ointments. There's a lot out there. And unfortunately, what that does, it's a bit of a Band-Aid fix for a very big problem. So if you're, putting a lot of topicals on your skin, using a lot of chemicals and stuff like that, it can help kill some for a short-term period. But what we find is the problems come back, because it's the eggs that hatch and then reach the surface again. So unfortunately, it's not the right way. It's not the most effective way or right way of going about killing mites on the skin, because it's really not an easy thing. And I'm sure all the people across our group there, new people that have joined as well, thank you so much for joining. We created these platforms to help spread awareness and talk about, give you guys a chance to speak about what's been happening for you. And unfortunately, when it comes to mites, no two people are the same. So even if you do a lot of research, which a lot of people do, which is, is how you start finding out and come across this as well. is that unfortunately, just because you read something going on for one person doesn't mean it's not the same for you. So again, if we were all robots, if we all had the same skin type, that would be a hell of a boring place to live in. So everything is completely unique for each individual person. So it's very complex. So at Ungex, we aim to target them in these life cycles. So we're very realistic about effectively treating them. And of course, people with higher infestations. So if you've had problems going on for, years, you've been in and out of hospital as well. You've had ongoing skin issues, and some people I speak to, they're like, oh, look, I've only had this really come up in the past couple of months. I'm going to see how I go using other things, whatever. And a lot of the time those people come back to us because the symptoms have gotten worse, because they do move and crawl across the skin. So like anything, when anything is growing in larger numbers, they're going to move. The problems are going to get worse, unfortunately. Then in terms of mites, we also treat for environmental mites, bird mites, dust mites, scabies, ticks, fleas, any other nasties. There's about even 65 different types of Demodex in the Demodex family as well. But with environmental versus Demodex, they come on a lot more aggressively. I know a lot of people out there have suffered with scabies and springtails and stuff like that, which can live, springtails live in a more humid and they live in damp wood and stuff like that. So more environmental can definitely be more aggressive on the skin. But unfortunately, what we find is, if you become quite a magnet, once you're sort of at that higher end of populations, you just unfortunately attract any other nasties coming onto your skin. So, with our protocol regime and our consultancy, we help to target your immediate environment, not just your skin, but also your immediate environment. So it's an at-home skincare regime, and it's a protocol. And, I can happily say I've had so many customers. I started last year. I had 30 customers in active treatment at the time, and I think I probably hear from a couple of them now, and simply because they've had high infestations. So it does take time, and I think anything that is worth doing and it's hard work does pay off, and that's where we see the best results. I can hand on my heart say we've had people with super bad infestations and a lot of other issues as well. So if you've had if you're on antibiotics, if you've got other stuff happening in the skin, unfortunately having mites for a long time and then turning to a lot of this chemical stuff, it's a bit of a catch-22. So the more chemicals you're putting on your skin, the more you're overwashing the skin. A lot of people unfortunately tend to do that when it comes to trying to get mites off your skin. You just want to wash and wash and wash. But unfortunately, too much washing of the skin and scalp can really lead to dryness, severe dryness of the skin. And if you're doing that and putting chemicals on yourself, overuse of tea tree oil, using borax, I've heard it all. I've had someone lighting their skin on fire, horrible, because I completely empathize. I don't have mites, but within this job, I totally empathize for you guys, and I know how horrible, hard, and isolating it is having these mites. But we aim to get them to a manageable level. We're really realistic. I never promise anyone that you're going to be 100% mite free, because that's not realistic, and you need to manage those expectations. So the best results are seen when you use our products every night, because that's when the mites are active, and that's when we can target them when they come to the surface of the skin. So I'll just run through our products. So it's a 4-product protocol system. So they work in synergy together, and that's what's so important, because everything, of course, each product plays a role individually, but it's a system, because we've got to make your skin as hostile as we can for these mites. But most importantly, and what sets us apart from a lot of other things out there, is that we really give a shit about your skin. Sorry for the swear, but it's so important when killing mites on the skin, that because when mites die on the skin, it's not a pretty thing. So die-off reaction means when the mites die, that's like, it's like spraying a bug. It's going to go crazy before it dies. So the reaction to that on the skin is that your symptoms will get worse. You'll feel like, oh, this isn't working at all. I feel so much worse than I was when I started. But it's unfortunately part of the process. So it's like I say to people, it's like going to the gym. If you want to get fit, you want to lose weight, you've got to keep at it every single day to get the best results, because you can't, go to a workout and expect a six-pack straight after. That's just living in fantasy land. So you've got to do it every single night, and I can assure you the people that have stuck to the protocol, did what we say, with all our advisory tips and tricks, help treating the environment, and work within your skin sensitivities level, because that's a big part of it, because it is a process. So we have to work in gradually for your skin's tolerance. And the thing is, your skin the most, but unfortunately, when it comes to mites, I understand why people just want to really just put a lot of things on, and then you're killing. Unfortunately, tea tree oil, it is an excellent killing product. We've even got a percentage in our products. Our products are all natural, 100% natural ingredients, suitable for all skin types. I even put them on my cats, perfectly fine to use on cats and pets as well. So when it comes to people, just putting a lot of stuff on the skin, your skin can't handle that. So what happens is, if you're doing that for a long period of time, using a ton of products all together, it staggers the process. And your skin at the same time is like, I can't handle this. I'm just going to blow up, really. So that's a big part of what you invest in is our care consultancy, because, we've been doing this for a long time now. So I never thought I would know so much about mites in my life. And I will be leaving the company. I'm on to other adventures. And I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure. So a big thank you to the company for putting me on last to 2020, just before COVID. So, and especially a big thanks to my customers. If it wasn't for you guys, to see that hard work and effort you guys put in every day, it's just, a testament to you all. So at the end of the day, these mites can be controlled. It is hard work, but I completely 100% believe in these products. When I first started, I was pretty dubious myself. I'm like, I'm a salesperson. Of course, that's my job. But I use the products myself. Of course, I take my skin for granted now completely. And when I first started, I had a flea infestation. So I do get quite sensitive skin when I do, get stressed or get attacked by mosquitoes and fleas. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll give these products a go. In a week, my skin completely cleared up. But of course, I don't have a lot of skin issues. I think my immune system's pretty good, so that was an easy thing for me. And of course, with people with higher infestations, I had a lady, having these problems for over 22 years. So it takes time. Unfortunately, that's the biggest thing we can't give you. But look, I can 100% assure you guys, I can't express it enough, is that you've got to stick with it, because hard work does pay off. And you've got to be realistic about treating mites as well. because there's a lot of factors that goes into it. Start to look at your lifestyle, start to look at your stress levels, start to look at your, those habits that you can change to boost your immune system the most. I think that's the strongest thing that I want to impart. Also, I know it's really hard, and it's especially a lot of people in the group out there, you can get quite mite focused. And, the more I'm a big, manifester and believer of things and stuff like that, the more food you give something, the worse it's going to be as well. So I understand, with infestations, a lot of people have said to me, oh, well, it's easy for you to say you don't have mites. But I've been doing this job for a long time, and I can, I talk to people. I'm a big people person, and you've got to do stuff that makes you happy. You've got to sing. You've got to get those endorphins up. You've got to, do stuff that takes a big focus away as well, because the mites are always going to be there, right? But we can help get you that manageable point, because at the end of the day, as I said, they're always going to be there. It's about, I had a customer, she stopped and started. She turned out the stuff in the middle of the regime, because it does feel endless, unfortunately. But it's good to keep a diary, even have photos as well, especially for hair loss and anything in the skin, just so you can see that time passes. Because doing anything, doing any regimes, and anything that has a plan and a structure, and you're working towards an end goal, it's really good to have those tracked things, so you can look back and be like, wow, okay, far out, I've really put in the hard work here. I'm reaping the rewards. Okay, the mites are still there. And basically what happens once we work through these generational life cycles, the less and less there are coming to the surface, then the symptoms the die-off reactions will start to become more intermittent. So at first, generally, it takes about a month for your skin to adjust to the products. So generally, throughout the first month is a lot of die-off reaction. So we have to, customize the treatment to suit your skin and tolerance levels. So there is a lot of die-off in the first 1 to 2 months, depending on everyone's infestation levels. But essentially, it gets to a point where there's less and less of those sensations. So, we use the analogy, your skin and your hair, your skin and your scalp is like a garden. So, if you're trying to grow a garden in vegetables and you keep throwing fertilizer on, so you think of like, if you're putting heaps of products on your skin, like such as cosmetics, shampoos, conditioners, they all have small percentages of oil. So any creams, moisturizers, topicals, they're potentially feeding the mites. So that's a lot of things that people don't realize as well, is that you're putting all this stuff on, which a lot of the time is great for the skin. Unfortunately, it's mite food. So it's like putting all that fertilizer on your garden, and the pests are eating it, or the bugs are eating it, so the nutrients aren't getting to your skin. So we help to clear your skin, your garden, of these pests, and then the skin can return, and then the hair can grow again. So that's an overview of how our system works. So we make sure there's a protocol, you get a user guide. So there's 4 products, as I said. So there is a cleanser, a 2-in-1 cleanser. This is shampoo and body. So this is to be used only every 2nd to 3rd night, if that, because too much cleansing can really strip the skin. So it helps to balance the oils in the skin, but also get rid of that bacteria, because when die-off starts to occur, the mites die and they release bacteria across the skin. So even sometimes people have bacteria floating in the skin as well, which is even makes it more complex to treat. So that's our cleanser. And then we have our hair tonic, which is probably one of my favorites. So for people who are suffering hair loss, which is probably one of the most, I'd say one of the most common symptoms of Demodex, actually blepharitis definitely, and acne. Actually, there's a lot of them, but hair loss is it's very common as well. So basically, there's two types of Demodex that live in the body. So Demodex brevis and Demodex folliculorum. So folliculorum's in our hair follicles and brevis is in our skin. So unfortunately, a lot of the time, if you've got high infestations, you've probably got both going on. Excuse me. So the hair tonic is great. It helps to control populations on the scalp and also helps to regrow hair. You can use this on your eyebrows as well. I know people that have lost their eyelashes and eyebrows. Of course, don't spray directly into the face. No. And then we have our two big products, PDT and SDT. So these sprays are the most important. And these two products are the ones that actually directly kill the mites. The SDT is our more milder product, and we stay on that for at least a month so your skin can adjust to the products. It's also used for blepharitis, other sensitive skin issues. And we've even had customers that are highly allergic, quite allergy prone. So we start up diluted ratios. So it's all, the treatment plan is customized to you. But that's what you purchase. Our mite whispering skills. And then PDT is a spray as well that is used to treat your immediate environment. So your pillows, your beddings, your sheets, anywhere you're sitting. It also has antiviral properties, which helps antibacteria as well, especially now with, unfortunately, COVID is just the thing of our lives now. So you can spray it in your mask. It helps against COVID and has those antiviral properties. So PDT is probably, we work towards staying on that because it is the strongest and it can target more mites per application. So that's our treatment protocol system. So if you want to get started, guys, I would highly recommend an essential kit because it has all 4 products. And that's going to get you for at least a month and a half, which is enough time for your skin to adjust to the products. That's unfortunately why we don't do samples. They don't do samples of antibiotics because it does take time. So jump on. I'm more than happy to. We give free shipping, and of course we'll put in an extra product as well. But any questions, I'm here. I'm here. I'll be back just the week before Christmas. So if you guys want to get in touch with me, please feel free. You can direct message me or send me an email. Jump on our website. We're always on the live chat feature there. But I just want to say, as I said, it's probably my last video. I might do a flash one before Christmas. Before Christmas. I'll just leave that there and hold it. But just a big thank you to everyone on our group. You guys have been amazing, and thank you so much to everyone on YouTube. And thank you to everyone sharing your personal stories. And I know how hard it is living with Demodex. And I just want to say it's been lovely seeing everyone and meeting everyone and connecting with everyone. And all the best. Mwah! Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! Happy mite-free New Year! Bye!